Hello, my name's Zach Cradaville. I'm a senior in strategic communications. My background in sports related media. I have worked as an intern at K-Man in the sports department and have dealt a lot firsthand with coverage of K-State and Manhattan area local high school sports.
My name is Emily Starkey. I am a senior in journalism. And my background in sports social media is that I work for K-State Athletics as a part of their social media and creative services team.
Hi, I'm Catalina Donnelly Vasquez, and I'm a senior in public relations. And my background in sports is the same as Emily. I work for K-State Athletics on their PR side instead of the creative side. Our case that we chose to do was the Baylor sexual assault case. And some timeline information on this is that in 2011, the Baylor Bears football team finished in the top 25, and that was the first time they've done that since 1986. And then during the 2013 season, the team won the Big 12 conference championship and then played in the Fiesta Bowl, and the winning streak continued into 2014. But while the Bears were winning on the field, the university officials took little action to investigate alleged rapes and sexual assault that were being done by student athletes. Then a lawsuit was filed in 2017 against the university. Victims alleged that at least 31 players committed 52 sexual assaults between the years 2011 and 2014.
So, just some decisions that were made because of the case. Players that were either implicated in the case left or were expelled. In 2014, athlete Tevin Elliott was found guilty on 2 accounts of sexual assault. In August 2015, athlete Sam Ukuachu was convicted of sexual assault. In April 2016, athlete Sean Oakman was arrested on charges of sexual assault. Coach Art Briles and the Baylor president Ken Starr were fired in May of 2016. And then AD Ian McCaw was placed on probation following the external review and then resigned from that position.
So when the whole sexual assault scandal came out, Baylor's head coach Art Briles at the time did quite a bit of explaining on his behalf with his involvement in the scandal. He, for the most part, put out a few statements about him having no knowledge or knowingly playing players that were involved in this or having any implications in the case. His responses were mostly of denial and diminish. As far as the way the university handled it, the original sexual assault that was reported was in 2011, and the university didn't even launch an external investigation until fall of 2015, almost 4 whole years after the initial case was reported. And the findings from that external review were not even published until May of 2016, in which Baylor took actions to change their leadership, like I said, 5 years after the initial event. So all in all, it was more or less damage control rather than actually fixing the problem as it was happening, and the lack of timeliness in which the university did so.
So, looking at the victims' side of the things, Baylor student Jasmine, according to CNN, Baylor student Jasmine Hernandez said she was raped twice at a party by a football player in April of 2012. And then in March of 2016, Hernandez filed a federal lawsuit against Baylor alleging officials failed to investigate her assault. So it took a whole 4 years for her filing a lawsuit for anything investigations into this to start happening. In that time, there were other females who came forward alleging sexual assault against the players.
My insight on the Baylor sexual assault situation is one from a PR point of view of this all being a complete nightmare. The university, instead of, in my opinion, trying to fix the problem, they were taking the route more of damage control. They knew that the sexual assaults had happened, and instead of taking actions as they were happening. The university chose to wait, and ultimately they didn't even hire an external investigator to come in until 4 years after the events had actually occurred, when the student Jasmine Hernandez actually filed a lawsuit against Baylor. So instead of handling things in a timely manner and in an ethical manner of making corrective actions immediately following the accusations, they chose to wait until the cat was completely out of the bag and try to clean up the mess that they got themselves into in the first place. So in regards to PR, they failed miserably on handling how they took action against what was going on and how the public perceived it. They chose to make a website, a link on their website showing their commitment and how they are moving forward, in which they posted open letters from the interim president talking about how they're educating staff and faculty on how to help students gain access to resources. But this all happened after the fact, and it just appears from a blatantly obvious outsider's view that this is just an attempt to clean up the giant mess that they got themselves into in the first place.
So what I took away from the case was just the importance of timeliness. Baylor was not timely in investigating this, or anything like that, and then also to be transparent. So after the investigation was over, their Baylor.edu/this is the facts website is their attempt at being transparent about the situation and controlling the image of what all Baylor is doing has done and is doing to correct this. So to me, I took away the importance of getting out in front of things and investigating things in a timely manner. And then
so something that I took away from this was the fact that the university and the football team did not have a crisis plan in place for something like this happening. I know that at many major universities that they have some sort of public relations team that is in place ready for crisis like this to happen, and they have an exact plan and exact timely manner of doing this. And it's clear to see that they did not have this. It took them 4 years to even do anything about it when the case was first started, and that is not good at all. And so that was something I took away, that there always has to be a crisis plan for any situation, no matter if you don't think it will happen within the athletics or that you think it will.
We learned a lot from this investigation as future PR practitioners.
Hopefully, all of the other schools and companies throughout the country and even the world took note of what happened, and hopefully they have a action plan in tact, so that if something like this were to happen again, it can be handled a lot better.
So thanks for watching our video, and bye!